Hello, welcome to this update for the severe weather. Let's see what might happen. So we still have for today in the U.S. Marginal risk in parts of Oklahoma, southern Kansas, Texas, Missouri and Arkansas, another marginal risk in Montana, North Dakota, another one in Colorado, New Mexico, parts of northeastern Arizona, Nebraska, southwestern South Dakota, and southeastern Wyoming and Utah. So let's see general risk of storms in other areas. So tornado threat is still less than 2%, but be aware, wind threat is 5% in all the areas, and hail is 5% in most of the areas except in Oklahoma and Texas. So be aware there. Let's see. Strong to locally severe storms possible today from the Four Corners region northeastward into the Central High Plains over northeastern Montana, northwestern North Dakota, parts of the Ozarks, and across western Oklahoma. So be aware there. Let's see what it has for the storms today. It shows some storms already in Missouri there, but they might dissipate later. But later this afternoon it doesn't show anything in Missouri. It might be from the storms now and maybe something to Arkansas. But let's see in the west, there are those showers in Nevada, in Oregon there, and Washington especially. And let's see, later shows the thunderstorms starting kind of like in New Mexico and northern Mexico into Colorado. So, but it doesn't show anything that crazy. It does show some very slightly severe storms, like very like strong storms, but not. It doesn't show anything very severe. But be aware there this afternoon with those storms, and it shows the low pressure in Montana. The storms there in Montana going to Saskatchewan, and they might be stronger over there in Canada. So let's see. It shows later. Today shows some storms in Montana there, but it doesn't really show anything in North Dakota there. So they must be getting some other indications there, different from these ones, because let's see. There's the last one showed a little bit more in Missouri and Arkansas, but nothing crazy. But it doesn't show anything in Oklahoma, like absolutely anything. But they had a marginal risk there, so there will probably be something. So let's see. It shows more rain in Nevada, into Idaho. In California, there still might be a storm or two in Nevada and Oregon. And it shows the storms in New Mexico going to Colorado, but nothing crazy, just some marginally severe storms, many strong storms, but nothing crazy. And then it shows there going into northwestern Montana and Saskatchewan later, a little bit stronger. So let's see another one from earlier today to see if we had something. It also has the storms dissipating there in Missouri, and it doesn't have anything in Oklahoma still, but it had more in New Mexico, going to Colorado, Nebraska, and Montana there, even in Nevada, those showers and storms, and Washington, some showers. So be aware there. Stay safe in those areas, and here they explain a little bit better, so you can pause to read if you want, but let's go quicker with this video and check the next few days. So tomorrow is already a slight risk in parts of Minnesota, North and South Dakota, a marginal in Ohio, Michigan, parts of Pennsylvania, Maryland, and shows another big marginal in parts of Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, Oklahoma, Texas, Kansas, southwestern Nebraska, parts of Wyoming and Utah, and that marginal around the slight risk and general risk of storms in the south and other areas. So tornado threat tomorrow at 2% actually for parts of Minnesota, eastern North Dakota, and northeastern South Dakota. So be aware, 2% tornado, wind threat 15% there, 15% wind threat and 5% in the southwest and kind of in the northeast Ohio Valley. So be aware there in the north, those storms might be severe. And hail threat also 15% there. Be careful for large hail, and in the southwest too, and kind of in the northeast. So be aware. Scarce severe storms may develop across the northern plains area on Sunday, with more isolated severe potential southwestward into the southern Rockies adjacent high plains. A couple of strong marginal severe storms may also occur in lower Great Lakes or Ohio Valley vicinity, upper. So be aware there. Day 3 is also as light in parts of Minnesota, Wisconsin and South Dakota, even the western UP of Michigan. And there's a big marginal all the way from New Mexico to southern Maine. So a big marginal through parts of the high plains, through the northern plains, the Great Lakes and the Northeast. So be aware there, probabilistic 5-15% and a hatched 15% in South Dakota and to Minnesota for some significant severe weather possible in that area. So be aware there, general risk of storms in the south and still in other areas. So severe storms expected to evolve within the zone extending from the northern high plains eastward into Wisconsin vicinity and southward to the southern high plains during the afternoon and evening on Monday. A few severe storms may also be expected across parts of the northeast and mid-Atlantic region. So stay safe there for Monday. For Tuesday, there's still a slight risk. There will be equivalent to that 15% across parts of Michigan, Wisconsin, northern Illinois, Iowa, Minnesota, northern Ohio, parts of Pennsylvania, westernmost New York, and northern Indiana. So a 15% chance of severe weather there by Tuesday, day 4. So let's see, in day 5 there's nothing, day 6, day 7, day 8 nothing, but be aware there. So they mention like what might happen here, but the text is too large and will take too long in this video. So let's just see some indications that we might have here. This is the European model. It shows here by Monday the storms there in the north, and then Tuesday that big system comes, the severe storms there in the plains, and then it keeps going like that direction, and then like by 0-0 Wednesday the storms are still kind of in the Midwest there. Let's see, the GFS shows too like, let's see, Monday the system goes there. It has a little bit more north, the system, than the European, but it also has the storms there, and then it moves into Canada later. So, and the GFS also has a lot of Cape there, especially like Monday. It shows a lot of Cape there, like Monday afternoon into Monday evening. Some areas close to 4,000 joules per kilogram. Then Tuesday, like let's say Tuesday has more Cape around the Midwest there. So a lot of energy for those storms there. So let's see here. Wait, let's see. So the upper winds will also be strong. There won't be much wind shear like in the spring, but there'll be some stronger winds, a lot with that trough as well, but nothing crazy. Let's see now the other things. So this is the map for today. Some mixed precipitation in the blue, some thunderstorms, rain, and critical fire. So be aware there. For Sunday, severe storms, mixed precipitation and thunderstorms. Day 3, more severe and mixed precipitation in the blue, some rain and thunderstorms. Precipitation for today, more in the south there, Florida. More storms, more in Missouri, going to Arkansas, the southwest even. A lot in northern California, into Nevada, into Canada there, into Washington. Let's see some areas. For Sunday, shows more across the southwest, the north, the south. For Monday, more in the south there, in the north, northwest, especially Canada, and the south. For Tuesday, no, Wednesday, shows more across southern Canada, like the northeastern US, more in the south there, southwest. Next Thursday, shows more in the north in Canada. Next Friday, more in the south, Florida, and kind of the southwest and the plains. Next Saturday shows more across the south there and kind of the east and southwest. Day 1 through 7 shows a lot there in southern Florida, other parts of Florida, and the northern plains because of the storms, and the southwest, the storms there. So excessive rainfall is marginal in South Florida today, be aware there. Marginal in Missouri, parts of Arkansas, and especially Kansas and Illinois and Iowa. Marginal in Arizona, New Mexico, Colorado, and Utah as well. Tomorrow, marginal kind of in the Midwest and the Southwest. For Monday, another marginal in the Southwest and the North. Tuesday, a marginal in the Southwest. Wednesday, a marginal in the North again. So be aware there. Let's see. Major heat risk in the south still, and extreme heat risk in Texas, still major heat risk in the north, and in Florida some moderate heat risk. Tomorrow more major heat risk across a big area of the Midwest, the plains, and the south still. Monday more extreme heat risk in the Midwest and major heat risk there, so be aware, and that heat might fuel more instability for the storms. Tuesday shows more extreme heat risk in parts of the Midwest, be safe there, and more major heat risk in the south too, in some areas. Wednesday, more major heat risk across some central areas, Tennessee, Ohio Valley, some areas there, and the southwest, some moderate. Thursday, more extreme heat risk in parts of Tennessee, Mississippi, Alabama, Illinois, and more areas, and major heat risk. Friday, some more moderate and major heat risk in the south. So stay safe. The higher temperatures for today shows up to 104 in Texas, 90s in the north there, 100 on the southwest in Oklahoma and Kansas, more than 100, New Mexico, southeastern Colorado, more 90s on the southeast, some other areas. Tomorrow, the maximum temperatures. Sunday shows close to 105 in Kansas, 100s in Texas, Oklahoma, Arizona, southeastern California, 90s across the Midwest, some areas of the southeast, some 90s, and the minimum temperatures tomorrow might be colder across the west, down to 36 Fahrenheit in Nevada there, some 40s and 50s during the morning and night, and they have some frost advisories there in parts of Nevada for tonight, for Saturday night, so be aware. And the maximum temperatures for day 3, still more 90s and 100s in the central, south central, Midwest, and the southwest. Let's see, in the southeast, some 90s. Day 4, more 90s in California, 100s on the southwest, more 90s and 100s on the central areas, Mississippi, Tennessee, Alabama, the southeast, so be aware there, 90s all the way to the Midwest. Let's see, days 5 more, 100s on the southwest and California, this for Wednesday, and more in the southeast, central areas, more 100s and 90s in many areas there. For next Thursday, shows more 100s in some central areas there, southeast, 90s, 100s, through Texas and the southwest as well, more 90s, 100s, and day 7, shows more 90s there, a little bit milder, but still some 90s around there, and 100 on the southwest. So be aware. The 24-hour max wind gusts for today, August 25th. So this valid on August 24th today. So this valid until Sunday at 1 p.m. So it shows very windy in Utah today, so some stronger gusts possible there. And those yellows almost to 60 miles per hour gusts in parts of Utah. Shows in parts of Wyoming some stronger gusts to 40 to 50 miles per hour, even more. Montana, more throughout Arizona, California, some gusty winds in some areas, the plains, and yes, be aware there the fire threat with those winds there. So in talking about fire threat, let's see something here. So it shows still critical today in two areas, in Nevada and Wyoming. So Nevada, Utah critical, and Wyoming critical. And isolated dry thunderstorms possible in Nevada, California, Oregon, and Idaho, and elevated from southern Nevada to Montana. So be safe there. Let's see, they talk about a little bit here, critical, so stay safe there. Be careful not to start any fires and stay away from active fires. And for tomorrow, let's see. Wait, it's not working very well. Here. Now, so tomorrow that there's still an elevated in parts of Wyoming fire threat and isolated dry thunderstorms possible from Montana, Wyoming, Idaho, northern Utah, and Nevada. So be aware there for tomorrow. And let's see, the other hazards shows hurricane warnings in the ocean there, tropical storm warnings in southern Hawaii, some tropical storm watches in the sea there, a little bit closer to Hawaii, with red flag warnings in some of the islands there in Hawaii because of the wind, and you know what happened last year, so be aware. And let's see, even a hurricane watch, I think, a hurricane watch like pink. Yes, I'm not sure. I'll check it in the tropics video later. So if you are in Hawaii, stay tuned in the tropics video there. We'll talk about it more there. And then some high surf advisories there too, but not sure if that pink is hurricane warning or red flag warning, but we'll check in the video there later. So some red flag warnings in Wyoming and parts of Montana, Nevada, and Utah, and some high wind warnings in Utah there, frost advisories, flood watches California, some air quality advisories in Idaho, wind advisories, and excessive heat watches in parts of Minnesota and Wisconsin. And let's see some heat warnings there and heat advisories, even some isolated flood watches in parts of Georgia there. So be aware. Let's see for Canada, it shows here some strong to severe storms possible in southern Saskatchewan and in parts of Manitoba, so especially in Saskatchewan there, that's area C, they mention C there, so 100 to 120 km/h winds possible, some large hail and rain, and even a tornado or two possible, you never know. And area E in Manitoba, also some very strong winds, a tornado or two, and some large hail, so be aware there. And area D there shows also some strong winds, large hail, and a tornado or two. In area E, like I said before, I read it wrong, some hail and heavy rain there, 50 to 100 millimeters in Manitoba, so stay safe. And A there, let's see, even some isolated funnel clouds possible in the afternoon in Alberta, and more stuff there, hail, heavy rain, so stay safe. Let's see Northwestern Territories, it doesn't show anything big, just some storms of wind, hail, and minor rain in southeastern Northwestern Territories. In British Columbia and Yukon, some minor storms possible. And let's see, in Ontario, some minor storms possible too, so but nothing crazy. In Quebec, show some minor storms in western Quebec, central Quebec, and eastern Quebec. And let's see, they have it for tomorrow, some minor storms with gusty winds too. And let's see here in Ontario, they have some moderate to severe storms in western Ontario for Sunday, tomorrow. Let's see if they have the prairies for tomorrow. No, so this is today only. So be aware. British Columbia, no. Okay, so this is mainly it. Let's see here what alerts they have, but this always changes. They might have some more severe watches and stuff later, but they already have in Manitoba a severe thunderstorm watch. Conditions favorable for development dangerous thunderstorms can build some strong wind gusts, damaging hail and torrential rain, so stay safe there. Let's see this afternoon and evening, and it might be happening. I'll check the radar if you want. The air quality advisory there in Alberta for Manitoba, and by the time you watch this video this might be different, but just to let you know of everything. Air quality advisory there in parts of Ontario too for the smoke. Southern British Columbia, some rainfall warnings there. Rain heavy at times still expected today, some 50 millimeters. Let's see some special weather statements for some rain heavy at times in British Columbia there. And northern Alberta there, like northwestern Alberta, some air quality advisory still, the wildfires. And still storm surge warning in Yukon there, northern Yukon, prolonged storm surge event, so be aware there. Daily maximums levels are expected 20 to 35 centimeters above the highest astronomical tide through Monday morning, so be aware there. In a special weather advisory for development of funnel clouds in central and northeastern Newfoundland in there, be aware. And I already said the rest there. Let's see if they have something here for Atlantic Canada, the storm prediction. They actually had the funnel cloud probability there, some minor storms, yeah. So be aware. And the models show, let's see, just generally like for North America, the GFS has the system there in British Columbia going to Alberta, more rain going to Northwestern Territories and Nunavut by Sunday, and the storms in Manitoba going to Ontario on Sunday to Monday there. The system continues through Nunavut and northern Quebec and goes away there into Greenland with more snow. And let's see, and then through central Canada there, more storms by Monday and Tuesday because the system, the U.S, going there into Quebec by Tuesday and Wednesday. And the European model has, let's see, region, where's central Canada? Here, wait, let's see, here, so Western Canada shows still the heavy rain in British Columbia, some storms in Alberta and some snow in the mountains there. Then another system comes by Sunday into the coast, brings more rain there, and into Monday to British Columbia and goes into central Canada. Let's see, central Canada shows the strong severe storms today there, then they continue Sunday and into Ontario there some still by Monday, Tuesday, and the system goes into Quebec. Some other systems there later, especially by Thursday, another system there. And then in Eastern Canada it shows, let's see, the system still in parts of Quebec, and then the system comes by Monday in Ontario there, some more storms into Quebec by Tuesday, and then keeps going east, and Tuesday, Wednesday, the big system in the U.S. and southern Ontario might have some bigger storms Wednesday there, then a system in the Atlantic, and then it shows a bigger cold front system there by Friday into next Saturday. But this is our forecast, it can change, be aware. And then let's see, the storms today shows all that rain in Washington and British Columbia, shows the storms in Manitoba there, especially like tomorrow and after midnight. It shows the storms from Montana into Saskatchewan there, some stronger there, goes into Manitoba by tomorrow afternoon, gets very strong there into Western Ontario as well, and some isolated storms in Quebec there by Sunday afternoon tomorrow. This is the herd. And then even some storms today there in Ontario, storm or two in Quebec, so stay safe there. And very quick, the temperatures, it's still kind of warm, hot there, southern Manitoba and Saskatchewan. It shows like 28, 23, 29 degrees, a little bit less warm in the east and in the west because of the systems, colder in the mountains there. And then it shows the heat gradually moving east, warmer in Ontario, especially like Sunday shows very warmer in Ontario there, and then it keeps going there. Maybe some more heat on the west later. So this is mainly it. Stay safe with wind gusts. Still, let's see, still some systems in Nunavut, strong gusts there. Then it goes more very strong winds, very strong like Monday through Manitoba, Nunavut, and into Quebec there. Some strong winds by Tuesday and Wednesday as those systems pass by, and maybe later. So this is it. Stay safe.